Hey everybody. So I came in today and I realized I forgot to put my lights and my camera and my microphone away. So everything's set up for me to talk to the camera. And I was just looking at some comments for some of the last videos, and I decided instead of responding to them there, I might as well just respond to them here and post them on my second channel. And I figure I have my second channel and I kind of want to just use it to throw up stuff, things that aren't super great. And I'd like to use my second channel more and just post complete crap on it. But for this one, I figured I would go through and respond to some comments and record it, and then maybe I'll schedule it on my second channel so they'll come out like every few days or something, for however many I record. But anyway, so one comment I get, and this is a comment I get a lot, my last video was, what amp and effects do you use for your guitar tone? Sounds so good. Well, thank you, metal musician 6798. You are the 6,798th metal musician on YouTube. It'd be funny if that's actually how it worked. But anyway, the guitar tones and everything that I use is actually, I don't know, most of the time. So how I record is I use a DI box, and then I can put my guitar through here, and then one signal, which is just the straight DI signal from the guitar, goes into the computer, and then the other one goes to the amp. Right now I'm using a Panama amp currently, but for me, just about anyone will do, because that's just so I can hear it, and then I send my DI tracks to Fluff, and then he takes it from there. He's a lot more knowledgeable with gear than I am, so I just send him the DIs, and then he decides what amp he's going to use, what effects he's going to use, what settings, what mic or what software, and then he just mixes everything, which is so fantastic on my side. I used to do all the mixing on my own, and as a lot of you are probably familiar, it takes a long time, and it's a whole nother skill. I think that I would say learning how to produce music, or learning how to just mix and master music, is the skill set that I would say probably takes an equal amount of time as just learning an instrument. And I've learned how to play some instruments. I haven't really focused on mixing and mastering, so it's not my strong suit. It is for Fluff. He's great at it, so it just makes a lot of sense for me to do it that way. So I'm really not sure, and it changes all the time. Sometimes I ask Fluff what he's using, or he'll post videos saying what he's using for them, and I find that stuff really interesting and really cool, but it's not my skill set. Like, you can go back a few years into my videos, or just 2 years. I started working with Fluff maybe a little over a year and a half ago, and you can really tell a big difference, especially on songs where there's a lot of instruments. It's not sounding that great, and that's because I was doing it, and now I have Fluff. And originally, I got in contact with Fluff because I found him on YouTube, and I was like, whoa, he's got a beard. We got to work together. So I reached out to him, and then I met him at NAMM, and originally he said I said how I spend so much time mixing and I'm not good at it. He said, let's work together. I'll mix your songs for you. And at the time, I just went full time on YouTube, so I was making just enough money to support myself, not really any more money to hire on anyone to help me do stuff. So I said no, and then he said, well, let me just mix your stuff for a while, and then as your channel grows, then you can start paying me. And I said, okay. So, well, originally, actually, I said no. I was like, I'm not comfortable having you do work for me for free. And, but then I caved in, and then my channel started doing better. And now, especially with Patreon, shout out to my patrons, I do have an upfront, a good amount of upfront funding. So even if, the video completely flops, or the ads get taken off, and all these other things happen, I still have that upfront funding. So now my mixing process is essentially, I record my DIs and all my things, and then I export the stems, throw money at Fluff, and then I get something back, and it's been awesome. Fluff rules. Also, a big part too of my channel really started growing a little bit over a year and a half ago is when the numbers started really to go up, and to really started to turn into a business rather than just a hobby that also makes a little bit of money. And I think a lot of that has to do with Fluff, because now I can put videos out way quicker and they're at higher quality. So Fluff, you're the best. And I'm going to look into another comment. Thanks for watching the second channel.